Bachman for a look outside. Brian, I know it's a little quiet on our front, but you got something big kind of stirring behind you.
Yeah, tropics came back to life quickly in the last couple of days, Anna. After a few days of quiet, we had no named storms for most of the week. Anywhere in the Atlantic, we rapidly, from Friday night into yesterday morning, saw two new named storms. We had Nadine, which is effectively unraveled at this point. We still have Hurricane Oscar, though, here hanging on, essentially about to make landfall, if it's not doing it as we speak, on the eastern tip of Cuba here tonight. Category 1 hurricane, maximum winds at about 80 miles per hour. It's still moving slowly off toward the west-southwest at about 7 miles per hour. Expectations are that the center will continue to move gradually inland over eastern Cuba over the course of the next few hours, but take a look at the forecast track beyond that. First and foremost, as it moves over Cuba, there's very rugged terrain on, well, most of the nation, but that part of the island in particular. So it'll weaken the storm down to a tropical storm over the course of this evening and tonight. From there, it gets picked up by this trough of low pressure and essentially kind of arcs a hard right here back out over the southern Bahamas, then eventually back out over the open waters of the Atlantic Ocean. In general, even after it reemerges back out over the water, it's not going to be moving into a very favorable environment for additional strengthening or development, so it's expected to maintain minimal tropical storm strength through that area going all the way through Wednesday before it moves away and essentially weakens, but does not pose a threat, certainly to us here in the Carolinas or to the United States as a whole, so at least some good news in that regard. Here at home today, we've got high pressure still in control. Been telling you that all week, and it's no less true today. Big dome of it still dominating the weather over the eastern half of the U.S. We're starting to get more into the south to southwesterly wind flow here, which is starting to help warm up our temperatures. We're back out of this unseasonably cold stretch of weather that the high initially brought to us, and funnily enough, we've actually flipped it back the other way. We're now back into unseasonably warm territory, and that's going to hold along with continued sunshine for most of the week. So your future track here, looking basically the same as what we've been showing you for the past several days. 8 o'clock this evening, continued clear skies. As you see, no major changes as we head into the overnight hours from there. It'll be a chilly start yet again in the morning. Not as chilly as the past few nights. We'll mostly stop in the middle to upper 40s for a lot of us tonight, but chilly all the same. But at least you got a dry start in the morning, so no issues to report on the roads for your morning commute. Looking great if you want to get outside for some fresh air for your lunch break tomorrow. Gorgeous for after school activities or just getting home from work and settling in for the evening. And put that track on repeat, because even as we head out into Tuesday, same old story. So your forecast for tonight, 46 the overnight low, clear skies and a bit chilly. We'll dip closer to the low 40s across the mountains, but everybody stays out of frost territory tonight. And then a nice pleasantly warm, if not unseasonably so, work week ahead. Upper 70s for highs Monday through Thursday in the upstate with continued sunshine. A cold front will move through the area Thursday night into Friday, ushering in a small cool down. We fall back to the low and mid 70s, but with continued sunshine going into next weekend. And in the mountains, still not a drop of rain in sight. 70s for most of the week for you. Brief dip to the upper 60s behind that cold front on Friday, but right back to the 70s and continued beautiful with sunshine still for the next 7 days. Anna?